Before I get into this chapter review, I'd like to start off by thanking all the people who subscribe to me and the likes and all the comments that I've gotten and stuff. And for you people that have disliked my video, I only have one thing to say to you. The hollow inside is coming to see you. That was one of the finished products that I've come up with, me and my friend, the one who keeps telling me to do these goddamn intros. I hope you guys like it. I think it's okay, but let me know what you think about the intro and all that stuff. That aside, let's get into the chapter review. Bleach chapter 489 came out today, and this was a very good chapter for several different reasons. One, it was informative. Two, you know, it was kind of action-packed with the fighting. And three, I've never seen anyone talk to old man Yamamoto like that, so I thought that shit was epic. The chapter starts off with Rukia pacing back and forth because she's nervous about the captain's meeting thing, and Renji's like, calm down, you know, just because you nervous about it don't mean the shit gonna end earlier. And she like, well, yeah, that's true, but how the fuck can I calm down? I can't calm down because, you know, we on high alert right now, all this shit going on. And then it cuts to Kita, and Kita's like, you know, this shit is weird, the invasion with the rebel army, the disappearance of the hollows and all that shit, you know, but at first we thought they were connected, but now it seems like only the first two were connected, and the case of those people going missing in the Rukon district, that's not connected with the rebel army and the disappearance of the hollows. And then Kira says, well, since all of us vice captains are here, did any of you investigate outside of District 50? And Nanao says, well, what do you mean by that? And Yachiru says, yeah, Ikaku and Yumichika did. They went to District 64. And Yu's like, well, what did they see? And then she's like, the same thing, all the footprints gathered in one place, no hollow footprints and all that stuff. And Yuzu was like, no, that's not what I mean. I want to know what type of footprints they saw. And then she was like, some naked and some with sandals. And it's just like, you know, as soon as she said some with sandals, Nanao and both Kira are just kind of like, He says in that district from 50 and like after, there are people who, there are no shoes. So if there were footprints left there that had sandals on, they had to be Shinigami. And then you see like little panels of all the other lieutenants. You know, you see how they their different appearances. They don't look too different. They all kind of look the same. And then he says, Kita says, what is Captain Kurotsuchi hiding? You know, because the research and development were in charge of that investigation, so what were they hiding? And then he asks, you know, Vice Captain Kurotsuchi, and she says, I don't know. Mayuri didn't tell me shit, you know. And then Kita says, well, I'm gonna go report this to old man Yamamoto. And she like, well, do as you wish. I'm pretty sure Mayuri didn't do shit wrong. And then we get the title page, which is called March of the Star Cross. It's kind of cool. Star Cross being the Quincy cross, the Quincy symbol. That is a good reference. And the whole Martian thing is an even better reference because that's what the fuck happens in this chapter. Here we see Nail and Ichigo, and Nail's shocked that the Super Nazi has beaten the Three Espada. And the Super Nazi like, well, you know, look at this Shinigami with an Iwanka on his back. That is weird. However, I know who you are, Ichigo Kurosaki. And Ichigo's like, well, yeah, I'm not surprised because, you know, you sent the fucking Arankar Quincy after me and he knew. You know, so I'm not surprised that you know who I am. And then The super Nazi says that Ichigo has been labeled the special war potential to deal with right away. That is a long title. And they proceed to try to jump Ichigo. And Ichigo like, man, you must be crazy as fuck. You know who write this? This is written by Type Kubo. I'm gonna get a power up in every fucking chapter, no matter how many of there you are. And then they try to encircle Ichigo, and he's like, wait a minute, that's not Shunko, it's not Sonido, it's not even a full brain, it's ... Hiranyaku. Ooh, I can't believe it. And then he's like, oh shit, man, you guys really are Quincy's, huh? And then the Super Nazi like, I said, what you mean? You came here not knowing who we are? Well, I guess you had a feeling who we were, but you just weren't certain about it. So let me show you who we are. Pull out my Nazi cross, and I'm going to shoot you with my weird looking bow sword. Looks kind of cool though, I'm not gonna lie. And after that, we get a panel showing the a message that one of the Quincy people are relaying to the Quincy King, and they tell him that Ichigo is fighting against the Super Nazi, and the Quincy King smiles at that, and he said, well, since he's here, let's go to the Soul Society. So that lets me know that this guy honestly don't want a piece of Ichigo right now. Not say that he couldn't take him, but if Ichigo was in Soul Society, it seemed like he would have delayed his attack. So he needs to go to Soul Society now to be able to do whatever the fuck he wants to do without, you know, the interference of Ichigo being there. And then the Quincy King tells his subordinate to notify all the Stern Ritter, which is translated to Star Knights. That sounds fucking awesome. And then we go to another panel page, and we see Captain Kurotsuchi talking to Old Man Yamamoto, and it turns out that Kurotsuchi ordered the killing of the citizens of the Rukon district in order to balance out the souls, since the Hollows have been destroyed by the Quincy's. And Old Man Yamamoto is kind of bitching at him. You should have got permission to do this. You should have did that. You should have did this. And Mayuri's like, well, this shit wouldn't have happened if you had just listened to me. Because Kurotsuchi pretty much just went off on Old Man Yamamoto, and I thought that shit was awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. He says, ever since Uryu showed up, I had a feeling about other Quincy showing up, and I told you about it. And you the one that said that this was unnecessary and it was a fear that was irrational. You know, that's what you told me. So the person that's responsible for all the shit that's going on right now is your ass, old man. This is your fault. And then he said, and it's not even because you ignored me when I told you this. It's because you failed to kill that man 1,000 years ago. Alright, two things I gotta say about this. One, I didn't even know Quincy's could live that long. So you met up with this guy 1,000 years ago, and some shit went down between you two then, and you just let him walk the fuck away and didn't think he was gonna come back? Stupid on your part, old man. And two, I hate it in an anime or a manga or in any other show to where they have that internal dialogue. The two characters know this person's name. They know exactly what they're talking about, but they leave it oblivious to the audience. Hate that shit. But that's the end of the chapter. I hope you guys like this video and comment and subscribe and all that shit. And I will see you guys next Wednesday for the next chapter review. I'm out, bitches.